Before I start this rant, to anyone who likes this day, I respect your opinion. Anyways, enjoy. April 19, 2022. This was the worst day ever. Now let me tell you a story about why this day sucked. In my opinion, I woke up and I was getting ready for school. Then the bus came to pick me up and I went to school. After that, it was the third day of this stupid meeting. The stupid meeting started 2 weeks before this day. You already knew what happened, so I'm not going to repeat it. I went to the Atlantis Community Building to meet my homeroom class there. And I went to the Alameda station. And I took a small break. I caught a train on my way to school. And then I rode my skateboard to the Atlantis Community Center. A few minutes later, it was time to transition for homeroom. And I sat on the bench outside of the Atlantis Community Building across from the Alameda station. Once my 101 aide came, we started discussing about my ed-ready assignments. Then we went inside the building. And I used the bathroom. Then it was time for study hall. Once the school therapist came, we went into the room. And then, my 101 aide talked to me about the test on ed-ready. And about doing the independent work but with Pierce on a Zoom meeting. And then me and the school therapist went to study on ed-ready for the test. After 45 minutes of study hall with Pierce and my 101 aide. And then my 101 aide told me once I passed the test, they will make me apply for the Emily Griffith Technical School for the automotive program. And I went to the bus stop. Then the bus came to pick me up and I went to school. After that, I went to my afternoon class. Then it was time for lunch. I went in and got a school lunch. And I sat with my friends at the table. And I had a good lunch. After I ate lunch, I played with the soccer ball and practiced my soccer skills. I also played with one of my friends with the soccer ball. Then the soccer ball got stuck in the sewer pipe, which made me upset at the end. I also talked to one of the staff about what happened. After lunch break, it was time to transition to automotive class. We started doing bookwork on electrical. Then it was time to transition to break. Then it was time for school-wide. And I hung out with my friends in the hallway. Then it was time to transition back to automotive class. Since this day landed on a Tuesday, we are doing bookwork on electrical of this week. I started working on chapter 51. I also talked to my teacher in private about what happened during lunch. And then I went back to my desk to continue working. Then it was time to go home. I took the bus back home and sat my stuff in my room. And plugged in my electric skateboard to charge. After that, I changed into my shorts. Then I went out on my electric skateboard to Miliana's house. And we played on the trampoline. I also played with Kalani. And then we went out front. And we rode around the block. And then we rode around the block for 2 laps on a scooter. And then we rode around the block riding bikes. After that, I went to my garage to pick up my drill. And once I got to Stephanie's house, I disassembled the old table before it goes in the dumpster. And then me and Millie went around the block one last time before we head back to my house. And then I rode my electric skateboard around the neighborhood. After that, I went to pick up my friend Emilio. And we went to my house. And we played Hot Wheels upstairs. And then Miliana came to play with me and Emilio. After playing, I took Emilio home. And then we got in a car. We went out to a Mexican restaurant for dinner. After that, we went back home. And I gave Stephanie a big hug goodbye. And I took a shower. And I got into my pajamas. And then I worked on another video. And then I went to bed. The only thing I like about this day is when I had fun at my afternoon class. Playing with my friends outside. And going out to eat at a Mexican restaurant. And that's it. Thank God this day ended at midnight, and thank God it's in the past now. I don't know who likes or hates this day. So I'm just gonna leave it be. April 19, 2022 sucks, and so does April 5, 2022. Note: if you like this day, I respect your opinion. April 4, 2022, which is the day I played with my friends outside, is 15 million times better than April 18, 2022. End of rant.